I think we'll just...
We need Angela.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. I think we'll start with a moment of silence in memory of those lost today, or on this day in 9/11. Okay, the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, do we have a motion to approve today's agenda?
I'll move to approve today's agenda.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval of the minutes from August 14th and September 4th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from August 14th and September 4th as presented.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to thank Angela for doing the great job she's doing on the minutes. I mean, we've had several different times we met, and so to keep all that separate and accurate, I appreciate that, so thank you.
I agreed. All right. All those in favor say aye.
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 Approval of the claims for payment for September 11th.
Go ahead, Lance.
I'll make a motion to approve claims for payment for 9/11/2019.
I'll second that.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And Angela, you said you received a call, and this will be, okay, so we'll go ahead and cancel the conversation with Corey DeBerg then today.
And just to make a quick comment, I'm going to ask that Taylor and Angela and Wes talk with Corey ahead of time. His plans for out at the Sac and Fox area for his development, I think it's a positive thing, but we need to make sure we have all of our bases covered. I think there's a lot of logistics that need to be discussed ahead of that. And while I appreciate the ambitious, entrepreneurial spirit, I want to make sure that we have every piece of information going into it. And I think that's why we have, Angela and Wes and Taylor in place to gather that information rather than coming to us and going back and forth. I just think there's going to be a lot of pieces of a puzzle to put together, and just out of respect for Corey and his family that are doing the developing, and then the taxpayers of Hardin County, I think we need to make sure we get as much information on the front side. So that may be my comment about that.
Okay, we have a resolution to adopt policies for federal funding. We adopted the policies last week. Those were drawn up by the county attorney. It was the fraud reporting policy, the conflict of interest policy, and the procurement policy. We now have a resolution formally adopting those policies for submission. So I would ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution to adopt the policies for federal funding.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion?
I just know that Attorney Meyer put in a lot of time and stuff to make sure that this was not painting us into a corner on any other federal projects or any other procurement policy, because some of the federal procurement policy and fraud reporting may be more stringent or maybe looser than what we have here at the local level. But for the projects, for the roads, reimbursement through FEMA, he was comfortable with that. But I think some of our own internal policies may be better than the others for day-to-day operations. So I support this, but I just want people to understand that we have policies in place that cover a lot of that already. But this is kind of a unique instance with FEMA.
It only comes into play when we're using federal dollars or spending federal dollars.
Yep.
Right. Okay, roll call, please.
Lance.
Aye.
BJ.
Aye.
Renee.
Aye. Utility permits and secondary roads.
You got a permit there in front of you?
I'd make a motion to approve utility permit 9-11-19 for Interstate Power and Light to install a fiber optic cable with interduct in the county.
I will second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Recorder's monthly report.
Did you have anything on roads?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot that.
All right, contract haulers got done this week. So it's up to you if we want to pursue that more, but at this point in the year, I'm fine with just our crews, kind of keep it going.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I think-
Another bridge this week, so things are moving.
I think our discussion last week on, how we're going to move forward with road improvements, repairs, and maintenance was very productive, and so look forward to the budgeting talks to begin to see how we can fund that. And I really appreciate your other staff coming in and giving their 2 cents worth, because it's very valuable, because they're the ones out there, with
We come up with the dreams and they tell us it's not possible.
yeah, the smushers.
Yeah.
Yep. But I do appreciate the collaborative, conversation that we had last week. I thought it was very valuable, so thank you.
Okay. Recorder's monthly report.
I'll move to approve the Recorder's monthly report of the month of August 2019.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion?
Any other big dates coming up for anything, Lori?
September 15th, they could renew their ATVs, snows, that type of thing. Hunting licenses are available as of August 15th, so
Okay.
we're getting some traffic doing that already.
Okay.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Sheriff's monthly report.
I'd make a motion to accept the sheriff's monthly report as presented by Sheriff McDaniel.
I will second.
Any discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Correction to the motion to suspend property tax. This was also something we acted on last week. Michelle, do you want to explain?
My bad. Typo. Yeah, I just picked up the wrong address. It's the same property that I told you about in my letter, but I just picked up the wrong address, and so I just think that we need to do a correction for that so that it's the correct address that we're going to suspend taxes on. And I do apologize for the mix-up.
Okay.
Guess I'm human.
Yes. All right, so if we have a motion to make that correction,
Do you want to make the correction, amend the motion from last week, or amend the address? It's the same name, just a different address, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I just picked up.
same name and legal description.
Yeah, same
It's-
name and legal description, parcel number is exactly the same. It's just that I mistyped the address in the letter that I presented to you, just for
Right.
legal purposes.
Okay.
We're not gonna suspend the, I don't know what, I typed 607 8th Avenue. It's a 10th Avenue address
Right.
that we're suspending the taxes on, so.
Okay.
I don't know how you have to do that
I would.
legally.
I made the motion, so
I
I'll
think-
go ahead and amend my motion to strike the previous address and correct it with 907 10th Avenue, Ackley, Iowa.
I will second.
Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle.
Okay, the change of status in the sheriff's office.
I'd make a motion to approve the resignation of Lawrence Springsteen. He was a communications dispatcher at $17.30 an hour. He is resigning effective September 6, 2019.
I will second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Do we have any public comments today?
I can just,
I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
I'm Marilyn Willets, and my neighbor and friend, Mary Rogers, we're just concerned about the speed limits to Union, you know, in and out of Union. I was here in May before the pool opened, and I just want to know what we can do about getting some consistency in the speed limit signs from the north, south, east, and west, because they're all different. And if we could get rumble strips, or if we could even get that sign, I know Liscum has a sign that tells you how fast you're going and what the speed limit is, coming from the north into Union. Is there any way
That
who I
speed,
talk to, or?
that speed cam the sheriff has, JD.
Oh, well, I can set a speed trailer for it,
Okay.
for a little temporary, but for a little
Sure.
while, I can do that.
And I
Because we're
bel-
concerned with the harvest coming and all the semis, and, you know, our homes were built 100 years ago, and they weren't built with a road that 100,000 pounds goes, how many times a day? 60, 70, 80 times a day. So I just have a concern and wondering what to do about it. We need some help.
And the speed limit signs, we have talked about that.
Yeah, we had a speed study done. He was in the process, but then our bridge embargoes came up, and we, by law, have to have that done within a certain amount of time, so that got the priority, so he hasn't gotten back to it yet. He's about half done with Union.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
we're a little fish,
Well-
but we're still in the same sea with everyone else.
Right.
Yep.
And some of it's going to come down to the county doesn't have some of the jurisdiction to do
And we do on that part of it.
right on parts of it.
Mhm.
But, you know, the signage and the,
We do the
technological
signs and the road,
sign.
and- Yeah.
you know, those
On
things.
the county,
Steamboat Rock requests the same thing, so they were in front of them as well, so.
Right.
There's only so much time in a day.
But
You
yeah,
haven't
and
been
I-
forgotten.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm reminding.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle, did you have something else?
I just wanted to remind everybody that it's property tax time, and we're getting taxes coming in, but just reminding people that, yes, it's due by the end of September. October 1st is the penalty date.
Okay.
I've had some people get mixed up on that. This year, since the weekend doesn't fall on the last day of the month, they don't get that October 1st date.
Right.
September 30th, it has to either be postmarked or paid, and penalty will begin October 1st.
Okay. Okay. Any other public comments? Any other business? Okay, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.